Hi, everyone. I am so bummed that I wasn't able to make it over for the principals conference this year. I hope you are all learning a ton and enjoying your time together. I do get the opportunity to share with you some of my experience from the National Association of Elementary School Principals Conference in Orlando last summer. I was lucky enough to be sponsored to be able to attend the conference. And I'm so glad I was. I was able to meet up with some good friends from all over the country, but then also travel with a cohort of educators from right here in our state who I have the utmost respect for. So here we go. The keynote speakers this year were Sean Covey, Sal Khan, and Daniel Pink. I absolutely loved the fact that they all had the same message in mind, that it all has to be about the kids. It all has to be about meeting the kids where they are, and using diverse means to get them there. A few of the smaller sessions that I went to definitely have taken root in our building. This one in particular, the Maker Dads, which is also Maker Moms, it's Maker Anybody. We actually have a building here just on our campus that it holds our shop. We used to be a kindergarten through high school, and we had high school shop. We do still have shop for our 5th grade through 8th grade students, but I was frustrated with the fact that we only use it, an hour a day on average for the year. So we are transforming that shop area into a community-based makerspace that could be utilized on weekends and evenings, for special events in the evenings throughout the school year, and as an extension of our school classrooms, to be able to do maker projects. So I was fortunate enough to get to know Joe Mazza, who's kind of the lead of this a number of years ago at ISTE, and we'll be bringing him in as a consultant as we move this project forward. So stay tuned. Another keynote speaker who was brought in kind of a little late in the game, but so exciting to have her there, was Jackie Joyner-Kersee. If you do not know the things that this woman is doing for her community, as far as community advocacy, getting kids into school, getting kids excited about school, take some time to look her up on Google. She's a true inspiration, and what she is doing locally, I know has been happening in other places as well. And that is our goal. We have to get the kids to school, engage them, and help them see a future for themselves. And that is essentially what her mission is. Hamish Brewer, I did not have the opportunity to go to his session live because I was in another session. But what I love about going to a conference in today's world is I was able to see the live stream after. We could hear the hooting and hollering from down the hall. There was a lot of passion and energy in that room. But I was in an equally good session, learning just as much in a different way. So that is a huge tip that I would give to anybody if you make it to one of these conferences is get online, follow the hashtags, contribute to the hashtags, because it makes for a far more dynamic experience. This was my favorite of the small panels, in part because I've been connected with Amber for years online. I've known John Harper on and off for the last couple of years. Brad has definitely been an inspiration for me in how to up your game across the whole school and system, particularly in the area of literacy education. Laytona and Linnell were new to me. The brain trust between those two women with the brain research in how to engage not only students, but the families that are often either marginalized or isolated or just plain scared to be a part of the building. They definitely inspired me to keep going out into the community. And the more we do in the community helps build the bridge to the building. So take some time to look them up as well. Sean Covey, after having read almost everything that he has written, it was really cool to see him, live. He used this quote during the presentation, which I now use as kind of a staple during our staff meetings, during our board meetings. The nature of the relationships among the adults who inhabit a school has more to do with the school's quality and character and with the accomplishment of its pupils than any other factor. We have to make sure that the people within the walls of our school that are leading the instructional program, that are a part of the kitchen staff, that are, a part of our maintenance crew, understand what our school's goals are. If they don't, there are holes in the system that we are providing for our students. So the next couple slides speak to that same challenge. This stuck with me. We tend to get a bit of initiative overload, and sometimes we even create initiative overload for the people working within our buildings and the broader community. It is so important to take your school improvement plan, your Title VI grant, any local grants or volunteer programs, things like that you have going on in the building, and funnel those down through the same filter to identify 1 to 2 wildly important goals. Those are the goals that everybody within your system need to be able to state. They need to be able to get behind. We as leaders need to be able to show the relevance of how and why those are the wildly important goals. Those are all fed and reinforced with this slide that was also shared. Hattie's 2018 updated list of factors related to school achievement. The number 1 was collective teacher efficacy. Does everybody know what the mission is? Can everybody confidently help make that mission a reality? If not, what are the action steps that we can take as leaders to help build that collective teacher efficacy? I expand that beyond the teacher to, like I said, all of the people who are taking a critical role in your system, whether it be in the kitchen, whether it be maintenance, whether it be the clerk, and of course the front office staff. We all need to help build the system that kids and families want to come back to every single day. SalCon, I'm ending with this one because from the classroom experience as a teacher to being an administrator, those are the things that have become the biggest focus for me personally. And this was the theme across the whole conference: access, engagement, and personalization. Every kid, every teacher, every family is coming to us with their varied experiences. What can we do to help them all succeed and find a true place in our school community? Again, I am so disappointed I'm not able to be there and visit with you all. Make sure to take time outside of the full day agenda to have some sit down side-by-side conversations with your peers, because those side-by-side conversations that you find at these conferences, both nationally and locally, are the places where you develop those action steps to take what you're learning and move forward. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. I miss you all.